A long time ago, God's people, the Israelites, lived in Egypt. Life was very hard for them. They were slaves and had to work all day under the harsh sun, their backs aching and their spirits weary. Yet even in their deepest struggles, a glimmer of hope remained, for they remembered the promises of their God. But God had a plan, a beautiful design unfolding even in the darkness. A tiny baby named Moses was born, and God miraculously kept him safe from harm. As Moses grew, nurtured in ways he could not yet understand, God was preparing him for a grand purpose to lead his beloved people to freedom. One day, as Moses tended sheep, he witnessed an astonishing sight, a bush ablaze with fire, yet never consumed. From within the flames, God's voice, clear and powerful, spoke to him, "Go to Pharaoh, the mighty king of Egypt, and tell him to let my people go." Imagine the awe and perhaps the fear Moses must have felt called to such an immense task. Pharaoh, with a hardened heart, said no many times. But God, in his infinite power, sent amazing signs, swarms of frogs, days of thick darkness, and more, each one a demonstration of his might. Finally, after the last great sign, Pharaoh, humbled and desperate, told the Israelites to leave. That miraculous night became known as the Passover, when God's protective hand kept his people safe, passing over their homes while judgment fell elsewhere. But soon Pharaoh changed his mind, his pride reigniting, and he chased them with his mighty army. The Israelites, a vast multitude of men, women, and children, ran until they came to the vast, intimidating Red Sea. It looked like they were utterly trapped, with the sea before them and an army behind. Despair must have whispered in their ears. But God, who delights in the impossible, did a truly breathtaking miracle. He opened the sea. The waters parted, forming towering walls on either side, and his people walked through on dry ground, their hearts surely pounding with awe and relief. When Pharaoh's army, blinded by their pursuit, followed into the parted sea, the mighty waters crashed back, and God's people were truly, wonderfully free. Afterward, God continued to guide them tenderly. He gave them the 10 Commandments, timeless wisdom for living. He led them through the wilderness with a comforting cloud by day, shielding them from the sun, and a guiding pillar of fire by night, illuminating their path. He never left them, even when they faltered, providing manna from heaven and water from a rock. The story of Exodus shows us, in the most powerful way, that God is strong beyond measure. He keeps his promises unfailingly, and he is always, always with his people, just like he is with us today. Perhaps feeling the weight of the world or simply reflecting on your journey, remember the Exodus. Remember that God is the God of the impossible. Remember that his love never fails, and his presence is always with you. He has carried you this far, and he will continue to carry you faithfully every step of the way until you reach your promised rest. Trust in his unfailing love and mighty power, for he is always strong, always true, and always with you.